Yo, 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 what is up? Got very special guest Violet Myers back on the podcast. I'm trying to bring back people on the podcast just to really catch up, especially like if we just like got started talking, but we didn't really get to, like get deep like we wanted to, So it means a lot. You come back, and it's just you're down to like do so much. I was just saying that you sound so busy, but you make it look easy.
You know what? I have a whole team that helps me with it. So really, honestly, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to function.
That's pretty dope. How many people do you have on your team doing this?
A lot. I have like 3 or 4 managers, 1 agent, a publicist.
Wow.
2 assistants.
2 assistants.
Yeah.
Dang, that's pretty intense.
I have one for like social media, like that helps me with uploading like stuff on my websites. And then I have one that just like is with me morning till like afternoon, and she helps me like pretty much answer emails, and she's like my right hand.
I'm actually thinking about trying to get an assistant myself. I feel like I'm starting to get behind with all the things I want to do. Especially like just like the little administrative things, or even trying to put videos up on. So this is giving me some good ideas actually.
Yeah, you don't realize like my assistant will help me go deposit a check, or just small things that I can help, like that helps me focus on like bigger scale stuff.
That's pretty dope though. How long have you had a team? Like, have you always had a team like while you were like building up to where you are now, or like is this like more recent thing?
More recent. I feel like in 2022 is when I started getting a team together, and then I hired my assistant. I've had her for like almost 2 years now, I think.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Did you know? Like, I mean, that's pretty impressive actually. Like, because also like I think something like I'll always think about with you is like how you've brought your family on board with like everything that you've been doing too. Like, it makes me want to like get more in touch with my own family actually.
Yeah, well, for some things I involve them, and then for other things like they have to be separate because I feel like I'm super bossy, and my mom used to help me run like like my OF. It used to be me and my
Wow.
mom, but it was too much for her, honestly. And then she works like in the medical field, so
Oh, wow.
it was like too much for her. So I was like, yeah, like let's just keep it separate.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense though. But like it is cool like seeing her like at these parties and things that you do too. Like you don't know how much like I brag about like like I was like, oh, I got to meet your cats and I got to meet your mom, And
Yeah,
I think that's like such a cool thing, it's like you've
it's
always
more
been.
personal.
Yeah, very personal, like, and it means a lot that like I've been able to even like interact with you like in that sense. I don't know how many people met my cat. In fact, you need to meet my cat soon. Well,
I was
hopefully
gonna
one
say,
day.
how's your kitty?
She is great. Like I've been showing people videos. Like I let her go outside, and then I'll just call her, and then she'll come back, and she's like a
Oh,
dog in a way. I'm just like, this is pretty impressive. I don't know where this cat came from, but I'm happy I have her.
I know. I feel like once you get a cat, it's so much different than a dog, I feel like.
Did you have a dog before?
I had a husky with my ex-boyfriend,
Oh wow.
and
How
he
was
gave
that?
it up.
Oh, like
It was too much for him.
that sucks.
And then we had a cat together, and then that's when I was like, I want a cat. So we used to have a black cat together, and then obviously we broke up, and that was his cat.
Oh boy.
And then that's when I started getting the cat distribution, as they call it. And that was when I got
How'd
my
it go for you?
my brother's friend actually found 2 cats in a tire. They were like days old. Michael and Lola, the orange cat, and then the calico. And
Wow, the tire.
the tire, and they were so tiny, and they had a bunch of fleas on them. So I remember washing them. We were only gonna take care of them and because we had a bottle feed them.
Okay.
And then
Like
after we
foster
were,
care, I guess, or like I guess giving them up.
yeah, and we fell in love with them, and
Oh,
then they've been with us since. And then Kilowa, my gray cat,
yeah.
um, He was just somebody dumped him, and a
All these
neighbor
keep
gave
making
it.
me break. I was like,
I
oh.
know. And then like my mom was like, we can't have three cats in this house, and I was like, I live by myself. I'll take him in.
Yeah.
And then I took him in. He was like 6 months or something, and then I ended up giving him back to my family because at that time it was like I was so busy with work, traveling that I couldn't take care of him. But now that I'm more stable, I have like two other cats.
I'm about to say, I was like, don't you have like 5 cats?
Yeah, I have JoJo and Jolene.
Oh, oh, oh. That's
My
so. I
yeah, so
like
I
that.
have
Also,
five
I love that
cats.
they. Wait, what were the names of the first two? The Calico and the other cat?
Lola
Mm-hmm.
Myers, Michael Myers, Kilowa Myers, JoJo, and Jolene. They're the only ones that don't have my last name. They have um they're they're Joe Stars.
Hey, I like
They're
that.
Joe
I
Stars,
like
yeah.
that. I was like JoJo reference.
Yes,
I
JoJo
love
reference. Yeah.
it. So we're gonna talk about anime for sure. How many JoJo parts have you seen? Have you seen
I'm caught up.
Oh, dang.
I'm
What's your favorite
waiting.
part?
I'm ready for like part 7 now at this point.
Oh, okay. I gotta get you the. Well, it's gonna be a while for the anime. I don't know when they're gonna start talking about that, but at least we're gonna be putting
Yeah.
out the manga pretty soon. So I gotta send you that when we get a chance.
I wasn't there's another part. How many parts are there exactly?
Right now, there's 9, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
and
I
I've
re
only read up to part. I've finished part 7. It's pretty dope.
okay. Is part 6 ending was really good, so it was very
I'm still
emotional.
conflicted on that. Let's talk about that actually for a second, because I
Conflicted? What
loved
is there
part
to be
6.
conflicted about?
The fact that it started everything over, and also it's like, oh,
Basically, yeah.
yeah. And I was like, wait, everyone died? Oh no, sorry
Is
for
it a
spoiling.
spoiler?
Yeah, and
Is that
I'll message as a
technically
spoiler.
nobody died, right?
I guess you're right. Yeah, because
Well,
like
maybe
it's
it's a time shift. It's a time shift almost, right?
mm, at least part 7 is like so different. It's like a whole different dimension of sorts.
It's
Yeah,
kind of like, is it kind of like part 5?
yeah, like where it's like a whole different group of people. Yeah, actually, a whole different group of people is really weird. It's really bizarre, like how to explain it in the rest of the
That's why it's called
JoJo's.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
It's straight up, right? It's a bizarre adventure.
I feel like a lot of people shit on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because it's so weird and it's not your I mean, it's not like your typical anime where it follows the same plot and like it changes every plot it changes every part, which we gotta talk about how people talk
Yes.
about saying season and not part.
Yeah.
It's like
Ooh.
a thing with us JoJo fans where we're
Y-
like I'm like, no, it's
Down to
not
different
season
parts.
2. It's like part because it like it makes sense like that way.
Yes.
But
Also, how
I
do you feel
just
about people who skip? Like some people skip to like part 3 or skip to like part 4. What do you think about that?
I feel like you have to watch it because everything makes sense. Because there's references from part 1, part 2. Part 2 was not my favorite, but I still had to watch it.
Is your least favorite?
Yeah, it was my
Oh,
least. I
dang.
actually liked the first part. I
That's
think
good
the
though.
first part is very important because it's what started the whole the whole
Yeah,
show.
no, I think it's a bummer when people like shit on Jonathan but yeah, honestly, like it always makes me sad like when people like skip parts. Like I get it, but also I do think like yeah, it's important to like go in order to like understand. Although I miss the Hamon that they had, the from part 1, part 2. I wish
Hmm.
they like brought that into like part 3, part 4 onwards.
Yeah, but I think some things, I mean, some things could stay in certain parts, but like when they brought back, what's his name?
Uh,
With the high top.
Polnareff,
Yes, when they brought him back in part
part
5.
5, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, because part 3 is like literally one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, I'm about to ask, what's your favorite part?
I love part 3. I
That's
think that was because part 1 and part 2 it kind of like it's 12
Yeah,
episodes
pretty
and
short.
it's pretty short. So when you watch part 3 and you see how long it is, and then like the characters are just they're just so funny. And I really love the animation because the first two were kind of dark and gloomy.
Yeah.
And then part three is like super bright and the music was really good.
Yep. Yep.
But my favorite part, obviously, for music is gonna be part five.
Ooh. High five.
Right?
People have been shitting on part 5. I literally just watched a video of people saying part 5 is weak, and I'm like,
Wait, what? I think that's
yeah.
like the part where everyone like looks forward to watching. Because I remember when I was watching JoJo's, everyone was like part five, which makes you want to skip to part five, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Because my friend, one of my close friends, Marcus, shout out to Marcus, he's the one who got me into JoJo's. He was
Shout out
like,
to
you got it.
Marcus.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like hip hop and there's a lot of cool references, and I part five is just great.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
I'm a fan of part three though. I love part
Yes.
three
No.
just
And
because
also,
the characters are hilarious.
yes. Who's your favorite? Okay. Who's your favorite Joestar, and then favorite character in part 3 and part 5?
Part three, part five. Okay,
That was a lot of different questions.
I know, right? Okay, so my favorite Joestar,
Yes.
Jolene counts as a Joestar.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes.
Jolene.
I'd
I
like
love
that.
Jolene. She's like a badass main character, honestly, and I love that it's a female
Yes.
too. So I mean, I named my cat
Yeah, I was
Jolene,
about to say,
so
it's like your cat's name is Jolene, that's really
Jolene.
baller.
And then my favorite part three character. Oh my God, I have him as a figure. No, actually, do I have him
Ooh.
as a figure? I gotta show you. I gotta Google it.
Well, I'm hype. I'm hype.
So like that.
Now I'm thinking like, who's my favorite in each of these
Ooh, okay.
parts?
For in part five, I
Yes.
really liked Bucciarati.
Yes.
I oh so
No
good.
one. Don't get me wrong. There's so many badass characters. I think in part 5. But I think
Iggy. Oh
Bruno.
my God, Iggy's so
Iggy.
good too. The dog. We were just talking about cats.
Oh
Um,
man. When Iggy when we first met Iggy, I was like, this is the first dog I don't like on the spot.
I kind of understood him though. He's kind of
Yeah.
like he has like a personality of a cat.
Yes,
He has a
100%.
right?
100%. Yes.
I have a, oh my God, I wish I could bring my figures so you could see my JoJo's. Jean. Jean, that's, okay, no, no, no. Is it biased if I say, um, here, I'm gonna show you a picture. But I had to look for a certain meme. Hold on.
I'm excited to see who this is.
I feel like I did, okay, so when I did, I did a video with Joey. And I
Oh, you
mentioned
did?
his character. Yeah, no, was I was like briefly because I was at Anime Expo,
Oh. Oh,
and
I
he
missed
was.
you. I felt sad about that.
I ran into Joey. I was like, I didn't know he was there and he was vlogging, and he mentioned to me because obviously he's a JoJo's fan,
Yes.
and I was like, part three. I didn't know his name, but it was it was this character. Hold on.
Let me see.
Camera? Can you focus?
Yeah, let me see. Uh, Let me see. I can't. My thing is bad. Like, who is that? I can't see, unfortunately.
Um,
I think it'll clear up in a little bit. But
Muhammad.
you are a woman after my own heart. I
He's such a badass character.
yes.
And
I
he's
spoiler.
so funny. So
Yes.
funny.
Yes, I am.
He,
What I'll say about spoiler, Avdol, I'm so sad that they killed him twice. And then the second time when they killed him, they just was like, it is what it is.
yeah.
I
That's
was like,
the way that they kill the characters are so dramatic, and
so
it always
dramatic.
hurts. It always
Yes.
hurts.
Yes. Also, that you said all of my favorite characters, honestly. Like, I love Avdol, but no one, says Avdol. Don't get me wrong. Any character is a good character, but
They're all really good, but the villains are so funny.
yes.
The way they're drawn,
Yeah.
I
You have a
just
favorite
love.
villain?
Oh my God, I put him in my. He's in part. I think he's in part five, but I put him in my. What is it called? The cake. The Hear Me Out cake.
Oh.
I put him in my Hear Me Out cake. This guy.
Oh, is it the main guy, Diavolo?
No.
Oh. Is it
I'm gonna show you.
okay,
He's a
I'm excited.
brother.
Oh, oh,
He's a brother.
oh, oh.
Well,
Is it
he's
Notorious B.I.G.?
no. Like he has a brother. Him and his
Oh,
brother
okay.
are
I was like,
villains. I don't know his name, but he's weird. Like he's like ugly. This guy. This guy's my favorite.
oh yes, I remember him. Yeah, so the one with the fishing pole, right?
Yeah. He's like my
Yes,
favorite villain because he's kind of stupid.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, that's a good one. I loved when he like started to man up towards the end and like became a problem, and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
okay.
But I was like, I still can't take you serious. You're still weak.
Straight up, straight up. I was low key happy that they got him. I was like rooting for him for a little bit, and then I was like, no, okay, he got to go. Everybody,
I know, yeah, the way they like, you gotta watch it if you
it's
know.
JoJo's. You said all the best answers, honestly. Like um, yeah, my favorite from part three is Avdol. Actually, I want to cosplay him one of these days. Yes. Oh. Also, Have you cosplayed anyone? You said you did Jolene, right?
No, I haven't done Julie. I did part five. I did what's his name? He has the gun. Don't tell me his name. I don't remember his name, but I have a picture.
Starts with an M.
I can't remember.
It's all good.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, Misa. Mista.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Mista.
yeah, yeah.
Mista. There you go.
Mista,
Mista.
right? Yeah, there
Yes,
you
I
go.
was like, yeah, I was like,
That's dope.
Mista.
Ooh.
Yes.
When'd you do that?
I did that last year for Anime Expo. I gotta show you
That's so dope. I love Mista. Like he's like number two for me.
the lost. I haven't updated my phone, so I could still like my gallery's not that messed up.
Good. Yeah, I just updated and I hate how it is. I keep forgetting how to
I'm gonna
find my
show you.
pictures.
I'm looking for my Mista.
Mista, Mista. I I want to cosplay.
I don't think I have the best photo.
Actually, I
Cause
might
I was
try to
at
do Bruno at this point.
oh Bruno.
Yeah, especially with this bob I got. Ooh,
You could. It's a little blurry, but if you want like the pictures, I could send them to you.
please do, please. I'm so excited. Like this is everything to me.
I love cosplaying. Like this was like me, um, a few years ago too.
That's so dope.
Yeah, Miss Kobayashi.
That one slept on too. Like no one. Like actually, I ain't even seen season
It's like
two
one
yet.
of
I've
my
only seen
favorites.
season one.
I haven't seen season two because literally my best friend and I, the one who got me into JoJo's, that's our show. Like we watch like like we have Miss Kobayashi and then we also have um what is it called? It's a isekai. Um
Mushoku Tensei.
no,
Re.
Konosuba.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually,
Konosuba, that's like our show that we watch together. So
that's
like
dope.
I don't want to be like fake and watch it without him, you know?
Good on you. Okay, no, that's a good
Yeah.
one to a great reason. I need to start Konosuba actually. I've only heard great things
It's
about it,
so
but
good.
and like
You
it
know,
looks hilarious.
it is so funny, and the movie is like just as funny. But I think there's like a season three already. I think it's like season
Ooh,
three or season.
yeah, I
Yes,
think so. And I that's why I feel so behind. I'm like, oh no, this show is still going, and everyone's saying it's amazing.
it's really good. I'm not a huge fan of isekais, but that's like one of my favorite isekais that I stand on. Where like you gotta watch this, if even
That's
if you don't
dope.
like isekais. Yeah,
That one's for everybody. Okay, okay, I like that.
yeah.
Yeah, because isekai just sounds sort of dumb, especially the way they've been doing it. You know,
It's
just like
always
the
like
sort of
it's like repeated thing,
yeah, the
right? It's
same
like you
power
already know what to
fantasy all the
expect.
time. Yeah, just like I
You know
was
which
weak.
one?
What was that?
And then they die, and then they go into another
I'm super OP
universe.
and strong, and now I get all the girls.
I know it's always like a harem in some sort, right?
Yeah, it's like you don't need a harem every time.
Yeah. There was one that I watched that was kind of like meh,
Yeah.
but I watched it just because I was like it was on my watch list. It was the vending machine. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I was like, I think I might have heard of this, but I definitely don't know anything about it.
Also, I pay for my anime. Just saying, I pay for my anime.
You're a true real one. I'm so happy. Honestly, I need to
Oh,
get you to do something with this. Oh.
reborn as a vending machine. I was like, this is why I love anime. Reborn as a
Yeah.
vending machine. This guy like turns into different vending machines.
Yeah.
It's like it's 12 episodes, 20 minutes. You know, if you're bored and you really watch and you want to watch something just to say you watch it, so you can have like some kind of analysis on it. I watched it because I was like, I'm bored. I want to watch something new that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wouldn't recommend to people, but I
Yeah.
would recommend if you're like, if you want to watch something stupid and like laugh almost. It's
Okay.
like, he's kind of cute. He's kind of cute.
As a
He, we
vending
never,
machine?
he never really, it never, the thing with this isekai, that's why it's kind of stupid. It never explains how he turned into a vending machine. He just lands, the first episode is he lands in the middle of a grass field and a bunch of frogs are like trying to kill him. And
As a
then he
vending
meets
machine?
this, yes, as a vending machine. And this girl, like, she's hiding from these frogs because obviously she's trying to kill the frogs. And then she falls asleep. The vending machine protects her. And then the vending machine feeds the girl. And then she, like, falls in love with the vending machine. And then, like, they're just, like,
What?
fighting crime together, basically,
That's
in this town.
okay. I just need to see like how this vending machine moves and talks and like does the thing. I was like, does it run out of snacks? Like this is.
He turns into anything. At one point, he even gives out Plan B and condoms to people. Because the town is like getting a lot of STDs. It's such a
Oh.
funny anime. Yeah. He turns into like a gas station because he was finding some giant ass hole, so he needed like fire and gas to put this thing on fire. I don't know. It's hilarious. It was really stupid.
I didn't think I would be shocked hearing something like this. I was like, oh, but this is way more different than anything I had ever thought about. In
Reborn
fact,
as a
I've never
vending
even heard
machine.
about an anime talk about like sex health before, you know?
Yeah, no,
That's,
no. I was like, am I like watching this correctly? Like, are they really? I was like, he's giving because I watched it in subbed,
yeah.
so I was like, is it really turning into condoms? Are they really talking about how everyone's getting infected right now, and he needs to give out condoms and Plan Bs?
That's crazy. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was pretty
especially like with
funny.
anime, I just never think of them even having sex as like, oh, we're about to hold hands in episode 10.
And and the thing is, they don't really say it, but you know like they show the vending machine, like you know exactly what it is.
Hey, just use
Yeah,
this. You know what to do with it, right?
exactly.
That's crazy. That okay. I think I just want to watch at least episode 1 just to see for myself. You sold me on that. I wasn't expecting any of that.
Reborn as a vending machine.
That's crazy. Any other titles that you would recommend to somebody maybe like someone who's like getting started in anime and then someone who's like in like anime already?
If you're getting started and you want to be caught up with like the new gen, definitely like Jujutsu Kaisen
Yo.
because it's still active. There's enough episodes to like really get involved, and it's still really short. It's like 24 episodes.
Mm. Mm.
But I'd probably recommend watching. I feel like the movie is a good start because it's really the beginning of
Yeah.
how,
It's Zero. So yeah, it's a prequel.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Huh.
then for older shows, I'd probably like recommend. Depends. Like if they like action and you want like something short and sweet, I would say um there's the thing with anime, there's so many.
So much. I was
I
just
like
thinking
Fire
this.
Force.
Okay. Hmm.
It's short and sweet and it's not older, but the creators of like Soul Eater made it.
Yeah.
So like if you
Ooh.
like it, then you could get into Soul Eater
Yeah.
because
Did
Soul
you?
Eater is like
Yeah, but I say, did you get into Soul Eater yourself?
I did, yeah. I watched Soul Eater a long time ago.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's like one of my favorites.
That's so good. Okay. Yeah. Who's your favorite in Soul Eater? Also,
Um,
this is
There's like,
My favorite, I think, might be Excalibur.
oh, Excalibur.
Excalibur. No, but for real though, I guess I like Maka a lot.
Manga, yeah.
Yeah.
I still have to do a cosplay, a Soul Eater. I always see
Ooh.
them, but my favorite character is probably gonna be, damn, who's the professor's name?
Oh,
He's really cool.
yeah, the one that's in the chair, right?
Yeah, I really like him.
That's good taste. That's
He's
good
like
taste.
one of my favorites, but obviously the witch, the
Yeah,
cat
Blair.
turns into Blair,
Yeah, I was
Blair.
thinking, I was like, Catwoman, like right here, like,
But
I
she's
was
cool.
calling her
I
name.
like her too. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish they
I
used her
like
a little
Blair.
more, but yeah, I remember like when they first,
She was
that first episode.
she was like in the beginning parts of it, but
Yeah.
she definitely needed more screen time for sure.
Yeah. I want them to redo Soul Eater. I feel like that second half could have been done like a lot better.
Yeah. It was I feel like they rushed it.
Yes.
They definitely
Yeah.
rushed it.
That last episode or that last like I feel like it didn't really end, and that's what I was hoping that they would do
No.
eventually. I got to see how it ends for real.
Yeah. I mean, even in the manga's okay.
Oh,
Like,
dang. That makes me a little sad.
no, the manga's good, but I mean, I think I'd rather watch the anime.
Yeah, the hype. Like it looks beautiful, so I actually
No, the
was
manga's
wanting to
really
see
good.
the manga, but just too many things to read and watch right now.
I know. I think I have they have like those the you know how they have like those giant colored manga books?
They do?
They have yeah, 'cause I have a few big manga books and they have that same one for Soul Eater.
Oh wow. I didn't know this.
And it's like hardcover too.
Okay. And it's color?
The first few pages are colored. But
Okay.
yeah, it's not gonna be a full colored. I
Yeah.
don't think there's ever a full colored one unless it's like the only one I've seen is it's the one with the zombies and the school.
Like
I have it. I
High
have it
School of
though.
Dead maybe?
High School of the Dead. Yes, that's the
Ah.
one. That's the only colored one I've ever seen of
Yeah, I
a
was like
manga.
I've just started watching that like a few months ago for the first time. And then I mean, that's crazy. I missed that sort of 2000s era raunchiness, but
Yeah, it's not the same anymore, right?
no. Although at the same time, like, do you like older anime or newer anime? How do you feel about that?
I like them both, but
Yeah,
obviously I grew up
for
with like
different
the
reasons
older
for sure.
anime. I feel like
Yeah,
it's more original, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go for like newer anime. Like I really like how they do the stories, I think these days. Like although I'm really happy I grew up, watching anime like back in the day, and like
Me
got to
too.
see and like I sort of wanted kids to see like the old stuff too, like don't lose that raunchiness
Hmm.
or like that I feel like people are becoming like too Puritan sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I don't know if I would want my kids to watch that, but I
I
wait until they're like at least like over 18 because my brother he discovered High School DxD and
wait.
I was like, "Oh God."
How old was he?
Like 16.
I think that's a perfect age, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just like
Okay, maybe not perfect age, maybe.
if for a boy, yeah, I guess so, but
Yeah,
I'm like, "No, you watched that when you're." I mean, I guess I was the same age too.
that's a good point. Because I mean, I
But I
started
would
watching.
my kid would watch Naruto, Mob
Okay, nice.
Psycho,
Yeah,
One Punch Man,
good
like
taste. Yeah.
innocent, like, like funny shows. Because at least with Mob Psycho, there's like a countdown, 1 to 100. So when my
Yeah. Ooh.
kids, you see,
Learning your numbers and your
I've,
emotional stability, right?
yeah. So I've thought about this, like what kind of shows I would show my kids and
That's
stuff.
pretty good.
My
That's a
kids
good
gonna be
list.
cultured.
I like that, like, cause low key, like like how we all sort of grew up with like maybe sometimes like a little bit like more than what we should have seen, like the horror movies or like the anime that's like too violent or whatever. And I've always been thinking like, would I want to subject a kid to that, like in this current era in a way, like, oopsie. Yeah, like, you saw some ninja scroll.
Oh my gosh.
Or like what's something that's like almost a little bit too violent, but like not like gonna traumatize you violent. I gotta think about that.
But
Helsing,
let's see.
yeah, yeah. Blood Sea, honestly, yeah. Blood Plus was like the Blood series. Like that's really good. I like that. Hmm. That's good. I like the way you thought about like how your kids gotta do is how how would you because that's a good question. I've actually been thinking about that for myself. Like what would I want to show my kids? Like Looney Tunes and like the video games. Like hopefully
Hmm.
like they play like the N64. Do you have like an idea of like how you would have your kids go about this?
I've thought about it. So definitely want them to be like Mario kids. Like
Okay,
that's
I
like
like
one of
that.
like we could do like family nights where we do Smash,
Ooh.
not the Smash, Mario Party.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really a Smash like the
I'm about to say
Smash.
like you do Smash too?
No, I
All
don't
right.
really. I'm not the biggest fan. I've always been Mario Kart.
Okay, okay. That's really good.
Yeah, or maybe some Donkey Kong.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because my favorite like Mario universe character is Donkey Kong. So when I watched the Mario movie and I saw Donkey Kong, I was like, yeah, that's my
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. I
I
I
love
didn't
Donkey
think
Kong.
that movie was really good. I wasn't
It was
expecting it
actually
to be
really.
so good.
I know I was really nervous because when it's American characters, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I remember
know.
everyone getting like Chris Pratt. They were like, that's gonna be horrible."
Or like Jack Black as Bowser, but he
He,
played it so good. Like
he's amazing.
I was very impressed, and I'm looking forward to the second part because
Ooh.
now it's like we're gonna get into like Mario Kart and
Ooh.
like I don't know the DK
I would
universe
like to
and
see more of all that actually. Like
the
yeah, make it
Zelda
ooh.
characters. You know?
So I like that. Donkey Kong is your favorite. That's a good
Hmm.
that's good taste. I've only really played Donkey Kong Country, but I guess do you have a favorite game in the Donkey Kong universe too? Oh, also Donkey Kong 64. That one.
The older retro games.
Yup. Oh, hello. Here's my cat too.
Hello. Oh my God, your cat is so cute.
She really is.
And she's a girl cat. Girl cats are so much nicer.
Actually, I have been wondering about that. She's really nice. She only starts bothering me when it's time to eat, but she listens to me actually.
My cats are napping right now, still.
How often do you feed your cats?
I try to feed them like three, four times a day.
That's pretty good. Do
Yeah,
do they bother you for food or like they chill out?
they scream. Especially in the morning.
Yeah.
Especially in the morning. Yeah, my cats will literally sometimes they'll like sit on Chris's like chest
Yeah.
or they'll come to my side of the bed
Uh-huh.
and I just hear meow. And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's time to feed them." I'm like,
Oh
"What time is it?"
boy.
I'm like, "It's 6:50.
Oh.
Give me
Do you go
10 minutes."
right? It's like, nope, gotta do early. She sometimes like gets me going like an hour before it's time to eat. I'm like, that's not good. Chill out.
You know what? The daylight savings time affects them so much more because
Yeah.
they're like they see it dark, they're like, "Oh, it's time to eat,"
It's
but it's like,
time.
"No,
I'm like, no, I
not
wish I could
yet."
tell you. I don't know why we do daylight savings.
I should try to bring my cat.
Please, although she fights other cats though, so maybe not yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
not yet. No.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to introduce her to other cats, but she's a street fighter.
Oh,
I met her on
little
the streets and then
baby.
she just like very territorial.
I feel like that's like I really want to adopt another cat, but I'm waiting because I can't have six.
I'm about to say I was like six cats.
I
Wow.
really like you have no. I fight myself every time not to get another one. But I
Like did
really
you
want a farm of cats.
wow, oh my. I feel like how many cats would you think is ideal or just like let them come, I guess, as they want?
Well, I have so much space in my new home compared to my last one, so like really I could fit probably like five cats in this house alone.
Wow.
Maybe even more, but it would just have to be like I would just have to have like three litter boxes. And
Yeah.
I have like only two.
Huh. And they make it work though?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
Well, I clean their litter box like every day though, so
That makes sense. Yeah. That's pretty good.
yeah.
Because I at least I'm still like learning about cats. I have no clue. Like I didn't. I used to be allergic to cats, and then also I
Wow.
didn't like cats too. But this cat, she just kept following me. like when I lived in an apartment in Gardena, and then
Look at her.
yeah, no, she's something else. Honestly, I'm just like, oh,
They're just so lovable. People are like, they're mean. No, they're not. They don't
yeah,
like you because your energy's bad.
yeah, exactly. It's like you must be doing something wrong because I guess I'm doing something right to have this cat
Yeah.
over here. Yeah,
She's
like it
so
feels like
cute.
I'm getting like like the fact that a cat can trust you. I think that's like says a lot about your character, and then also you can make like multiple cats work like that. That
Exactly.
that sounds really tough, and like they're like different ages too, right?
Yeah. My cats just turned 2 last month.
Wow,
2 years old. And they're
wow.
getting
And
so big.
I'm about to say, like, are they like rambunctious? Like, do they have like a lot of energy, like zoomies and all that still, or
They still get zoomies, yeah. Oh my God, I have to show you. I'm gonna send you this video on Instagram so you could check it out.
please,
But
please do,
oh my God,
please
my
do.
Instagram.
Yeah, this cat, yeah, like I used to be like in the camp against cats, but yeah, this one convinced me. And then also I saw Lion King last night, and or Mufasa,
Oh, I
and
want to watch it because I've.
it was pretty good. It was
Oh,
the first Disney CGI movie I've actually seen. I skipped everything. I haven't seen like any of the live actions or the CGI movies yet. But this one was pretty good.
I watched. Oh my God, don't nobody cancel me. But I haven't watched the cartoon of Lion King. But I've only watched the live action because Beyonce was in it.
Fair, fair. Although, what'd you think about that one? Did you like it?
I liked it.
Oh
Oh my
wow.
God, I feel like I can because they're like giant cats.
Yeah,
So it's really
yeah.
cute seeing them.
Yes, like I think that's what made me like Mufasa a lot more. Cause I was like, oh, these are giant cats, like really muscular, like
Literally.
yeah, but it's like seeing them like scratch the trees and like how they play with each other. I was like, wow, big cats are really just big cats,
They
huh?
are cats. Yeah, my cat, JoJo, he looks like Simba.
Yeah. Ooh.
He's my little Simba. He even has like the little paws and stuff. I was like, he's so cute.
It's the
I gotta bring him. I
circle
gotta
of
bring
life.
him.
Yes, please. I definitely want to like meet your. I met them like once, but like I would like to like really like meet them. Meet them.
I gotta show
Uh,
you them.
oh, oh my gosh.
I brought my cat.
Oh man, here we got a special guest. Look at that.
She doesn't. She's a very shy cat.
I'm about to say, like, does she like being held?
She does. She act. Yeah, she does
Uh,
actually.
Look at that.
She's so cute.
She
You know what's?
looks. About to say, like, what type of cat is that?
She's a British short hair, but
Ah.
I feel like okay. So I adopted her,
Uh huh.
and she was actually like like the runt.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, like no one really wanted her.
Oh.
I was
How old is
like,
she now?
she's 2 years old.
Gotcha. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jojo's hiding right now. I was looking for him,
Yeah.
but
Does
yeah,
JoJo
I just
usually hide?
no, not really, no, but he's sleeping. So
Oh.
yeah, she was sleeping too, but she was easy to find.
It's like, hey, yo,
This is
what?
Jolene. This is Jolene. This is the
There we go.
famous Jolene.
There we go. She's a star.
She is a star. She
Thank you for
likes
bringing.
hanging out with me.
That's so
Does she?
dope.
Like, where are you going?
Going back to the sleep spot.
Probably. I just had to show you her.
That's beautiful. I appreciate that. Appreciate you bringing her through.
Did you see the cat video I sent you?
I did. That's honestly like my cat. Like like my cat even just got activated. She was like, "What's going on?" It's like, it's like she is
It's
ready to spark off. Uh,
when my mom sent me that video, I was like scared. I was like, what's going on here?
It was like, is that like a random cat that like came through?
No, those are my cats. Those are
Both
the ones
cats.
you
Okay,
met.
gotcha. I thought that was
All of
like
them.
another cat. Okay. Oh no.
Those were
See,
all my cats.
dang. See, that's like what I was thinking. Like where I would have like a lot more random fights, I guess, happening.
No.
Cats.
I guess there was like a stray that was
Uh-huh.
in like that in the same area. So they try to like stop the fight and separate them, and then the other two were fighting, Michael and Lola. And
Ah.
it was a cat brawl,
Yeah, I
not
saw.
a
I
cat
was just
fight. It
like,
was a
yeah, let's
brawl.
just throw the blanket on them. Like, cut
Yeah, it
that
was.
shit out.
I was like in shock that they caught that on camera
For
too.
real. Was that like a ring camera? Like, you got to
Yeah.
see that through. I got to get a ring camera just to see like how these things. I was even thinking, have you seen the videos with like the Mr. Kitters, the cat, the one with the like,
Yes.
yeah. I need
The
that
cat that
camera.
was like fighting the other cats.
Yes. Oh yeah. That evil. The cat would just start up a lot of fights like with like
The
random
neighborhood.
cats. Yes. That's what I'm
Yes.
worried my cat will do. Honestly.
I want to get one too, like a camera, because I have a cat that goes outdoors and indoors, but he like explores the neighborhood.
Oh.
Hmm.
Is it, like which one is that one that does that?
Killua,
God.
the
Oh yeah,
gray
makes sense.
cat.
Like,
That's why
you
I
named
called him
Killer.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Ready to take out everybody else.
Yeah, he's like I chose everyone's name perfectly, honestly. Like
I love that.
JoJo, I named him after the show, but
Gotcha.
really he acts like Jotaro. He acts like him.
That's pretty baller. Yeah. And then Jolene, and then
Jolene,
Michael Myers, and then
Lola.
Lola. Like, well, who's Lola based off of?
Um, Honestly, I was gonna name her Jamie Lee Curtis's. I was gonna name her Lori
Oh wow.
because of Michael Myers. Lori, that's his
Yes.
sister.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
That's the lore. But we just like liked Lola. It's such a like pretty girly name.
It is. I mean, I always think about Space Jam at this point now.
Lola, no, yeah, she's a bunny. And then
Right.
Killua was because he was gray and he's such a like adventurous person.
Yeah.
Well, not person, cat, but
Yeah. I mean, they feel like people at this point.
he's buff too. So like, he's a
Hey.
buff cat. So I was like, he's kind of like a little person, honestly.
That's so dope. Do you and also you like Hunter x Hunter too?
I do love Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, I'm glad you said Hunter x Hunter because a lot of
I
people say
say I used
Hunter.
to say Hunter X Hunter a lot, and then now I guess I got that taken out of me, even as a joke.
Yeah, I know because people would say Hunter x Hunter, and then people would be like, "That's not how you say it."
No, it's actually the X is silent. It's like, all
Yeah, and
right,
I'm like, okay.
yeah. Oh, I bet a lot of people get on you for anything anime, huh? Or I guess like, oh, you're whatever, right?
A lot of people think that I'm new to it, or like they, until I really start talking about it, they're like, oh, she actually knows what she's talking about. I'm like, I
Straight
don't,
up.
because the thing is, a lot of girls, specifically like in my field,
Yeah,
will say they watch it, but they really don't.
yeah,
They want the fan base, but what's good is that once people do the research, they'll be like, oh, she's actually like into it.
yeah.
But
That's why I like
yeah,
talking to you because you're genuine about it. It's like
I
I
have a lot
get
of
like
respect for
getting
the
a
anime
fan base.
community.
Yeah, no, I think people. That's something I want for the fan base to chill out. Like when someone shows that they are in it, let them be in it, right? Like with Meg Thee Stallion, like it really bums me out when people are like, "Oh, she's fake." Still, I'm like, still
No, she's not fake
at all.
at all. No, she knows what she's talking about because even in her earlier interviews, she talked about like animes like Blue Exorcist. Like that's not mainstream.
That's yeah, that's a deep cut right there.
Yeah, so she knows what she's talking about. It just happens, that she has cosplay like mainstream characters, but really, what's wrong with mainstream anime?
That part, like, it's like the fact that she even cosplays at all. Um, like, and
Yeah,
actually, like,
yeah.
does a great job. Like, when she did, like, the anime awards, like, she dressed up as Bruno Brucerati.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. I was like, this
I
is so good.
That inspired me to like do something. I really for obviously award seasons we have them too,
Yeah.
and I really really like wanted to do something similar to that,
Ooh.
but I'm like I gotta like space time out to like do
Yeah.
something custom like that because I'm pretty sure that took her like a while to do because that was such a like it was like almost like a cosplay, but it's also an outfit.
Yup.
Yeah, she worked with like the thing is you gotta have real designers, and I don't have that, so that's why
Mm.
I haven't done something when it comes to doing like something similar what she wore, but at the Crunchyroll Awards.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion.
For real. Like and also yeah, I feel like it should be, or at least I need to hook you up with some people and just be like, yo, you gotta get some cool things going because I would love to see you like in something designed like that. Who would you
I
do, or
know.
what would you do
I
if you
would
could design anything?
I would for sure do anything JoJo's just because it's like even their outfits, they're just so extra.
100%.
So it would make sense to do
Yeah.
something JoJo's, but honestly, anything anime or even cool like hentai dress,
Ooh,
like
ooh.
something with like a bunch of like screenshots of like anime, like hentai.
Ah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it would make sense to do. I mean, people always do the like ahegao outfits, but something opposite of that, like just some really raunchy hentai outfits.
Ooh. Okay. Do you have
Yeah.
any hentai that you would choose from, like off the top, or, I mean, once you make this happen, I gotta see this, or hell, maybe I gotta even see if I can connect you with some people who might be able to do something like that. I like
I
this idea
know, like a
because I
cool
feel Ahegao
dress
got
or a
played a
two-piece
yes. Ooh. Ooh.
with like screenshots of like just random hentais.
I like this.
I know, me too.
I like this. Like I'm literally thinking of like who I can hit up and be like, would you be interested in something like this? I got the perfect taker for something like this. And then yeah, I'm trying to do like the
And collab
18
with
plus
them.
con still, so making
Oh, I
moves.
know. Yeah, I would love to do the 18 plus cons.
I
I don't
need
think
you.
there's enough of them.
No, yeah, they're pretty still new,
Yeah,
but
they are.
and then like some of them that are out aren't good. Like they at least they haven't like they don't
They're
have
still
like the
small.
activities. Yeah, exactly. Too small. Or they don't treat their guests correctly. So that's what like I'm trying to make happen, like something that where people feel respected, both sides, everybody like has a good time.
Yeah, I could see it being successful, especially because a lot of anime watchers are adults now. So,
Straight up, like there was a con, like one of the big cons in Dallas, called Anime Fest, but then it was like
mhm.
too family friendly, like where like they made everyone like you can't show any skin, like if even if you're a man you can't take off your shirt. Yeah, it's
Oh
like
wow.
yeah, like my friend like he cosplayed, I think he cosplayed Mista, or like what do you do? Like there's something that he cosplayed Ace, and they made him like put on a shirt
Oh.
for Ace.
But he doesn't wear a shirt.
They didn't care. It's just like, oh, kids are here. It's just like,
Wow.
really? Like, what are we doing? And I think that at that point, like around that era, is like, okay, let's just make our own thing. Let's not have to deal with I guess it's over family ness. Also, I don't even really want kids there. Like young
Hot
kids. Like,
take. Yeah, like
yeah,
Anime Expo is like more for kids now, right?
ooh, yeah, mm-hmm. And it's just too many people. Like, I want
Yeah.
something that's not not necessarily intimate, but like at the same time, not just overrun with kids that don't know how to act.
Yeah. I feel like okay, so when I go to Anime Expo, I feel like they're like because those are like bigger cons.
Yeah.
I feel like we should dress more appropriately still
Mm-hmm.
because those bigger cons there's always going to be more kids
Yeah.
like
Way more people.
unfortunately,
Yep.
especially since a lot of the anime like a lot of our generation that grew up with anime have kids now, so they're bringing their kids to the cons and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's like my hot take. Like
I think that's a good. No,
a
that's a
shirt
great
off
point.
is fine,
Yeah.
but
Maybe
no
not like
showing booty
full.
cheeks
y- y-
and pasties.
I agree. Like, whereas like I have seen that like at AX. I think like where like not too much, but at the same time, it is like
Yeah.
there's a lot of families here for sure. But also that's why it's like I want to make a space for 18 plus, so that way
Yeah.
you can do that. Yeah, I think there is a time and place. Um, Also, I'm glad that you're saying that there is like a time and place for everything. It's like, yeah, I would have thought that maybe you'd be more like permissive in a way about like,
Mm-mm.
yeah, you're like, hey, just do what you want, right?
I think that's like a misconception too.
Yeah,
Obviously like I'm an adult content creator,
yeah,
adult entertainment industry, so obviously I'm big on the adult.
yes,
So I know I have an adult brain, so I know like there's a time and place for everything, and like I know when to act like that and when not to. Like obviously when I go to 18 plus, 21 plus events, I can do whatever I want, but
Yeah.
when it comes to those kind of things, it's not 18 plus or whatever, you know it's like universal.
Yeah.
So that's when you know to act in a certain way and dress in a certain way and yeah.
That's good. I really I dig that, and I'm glad you say that. You know, like even like I mentioned earlier, it's like I'm even more willing to push it in a way, you know, and I'm just
The
sort of
18
like,
plus section's like very lit at
yes,
Anime Expo.
yes. Oh, actually, I haven't even been inside. Like I saw, like you're talking about like that one area, like where you have to show your
Yeah.
ID, right? I
Yeah.
haven't seen, like I've seen it, but I haven't like made time for it. Like the line's always huge every time I pass by
You
it.
see? So
Ju-
imagine if we took that, it would be so successful.
Bam. That's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm gonna keep you in the loop with these things. Like I'm gonna find a designer for you, and I'm going to let you know more about this con, like once I like have more details for you.
I'd like to get involved in some way too.
I will. Hey, seriously, I would love to have you like as like a guest. Really, I really actually like as a special guest for it because I think, especially like keeping with the anime flavor of it all, like I think you would be a fantastic guest for that.
Yeah. I would love to be a part of it somehow.
Man, that's so cool. Like, yeah, no, like, I'm really happy that like I get to hear like these takes. You know, like it's like I knew you were real, but like it's like yeah, you're in it. You're in it. Maybe even deeper than me, honestly, at this point.
Probably, no, but I would say you're working in it,
Yeah.
so you're just as deep, honestly.
Hey, there we go. I'm in it. And then, oh, you got me like now all the cat brain now. I didn't.
I
I
know my
used to.
cat's behind here watching.
Let me see if I can.
You see her, she's right here.
There we
My
go.
cat doesn't let me, she's not like that lovable.
Oh,
She likes to be in the same room as me, but she doesn't like to sit on my lap and be petted.
oh.
She's so cute.
I got lucky. This cat just started like I
So
think about
lovable.
like I think of like 2 months or so ago. Because before she didn't like used to like want to sit on me. And
Oh.
then I don't know, all of a sudden like she want to sit on me like when I'm in the toilet. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay. And
Yeah.
then now finally like on the lap during meetings, I'm like, there we go. This is it right here.
So cute. Oh, you were a little pet for me. I know my
I
cat, she's right here, but she doesn't like to be like as affectionate only on her time.
I got lucky with this one.
So cute.
Oh my gosh, I had like so many more questions, but at the same time, I'm like, well, we got the important things, the cats and the anime.
I know, but if you have, did you write them down or just from the
No,
top of
just
your head?
thinking. Yeah, I'm just thinking about, especially like while talking with you. And also, oh, I did see that you're in Fortnite now too. How's that going for you?
Oh, I love Fortnite actually. I feel like it took me a while to get into shooting games because I used to play shooting games a lot with my Xbox,
Hmm.
and then I raged and I was playing Call of Duty or was it Minecraft? I forgot which one. But I was getting so frustrated that I broke my Xbox, so I stopped playing shooting games because
Oh
I was
wow,
just pissed.
like broke
It
the
was
whole
like,
Xbox.
yeah, I was just they get you upset. It's like there's bots and then there's people who notice it's you because your mic is
Oh,
on and they try to do things to you. So, and
mm,
then I would switched over to PC and then on PC I was just playing like horror games
mm.
and like solo games and then recently with Fortnite, there was I think it was like I forgot which collab it was where I was like, damn, I kind of want to play. It was like the Marvel chapter. It was
Yeah,
chapter
yeah.
5. No, not chapter 5. Yeah, chapter 5. And I was like, damn, I kind of want to play because I actually really like Marvels. I was like, fine, let me play it. Got into it. I learned how to play shooting game really easily now on the computer. I can't play with a controller
I mean,
anymore. So
PC is where it's at. With everyone says that. I mean, for me, I'm still PC, but oh, no, I'm PC. I'm still PS5, but everyone's like, no, PC's where it's at. That's pretty
yeah.
dope. I need to hit you up for duos. I don't. I need to. I don't hit people up usually to play games with, but I want to, especially now, like with Marvel Rivals is out right now. Like everyone's
Oh, I
like the
want to
Overwatch
play
killers.
it.
Yeah, I think I might have to get into it. And then what else? Yeah, Fortnite. Like I think I saw like Naruto and Goku like jump in, and I was like, maybe I do want to play it. Although I just started like 2-3 weeks ago.
And they're
Um,
bringing back the JJK skins. I have Gojo,
ooh,
but I
are
don't have everyone else, so
you gonna get everybody else?
I'm gonna try to. I like, even though I don't really use their skins, I like to have it in
At least
my
have it. Yeah,
in my locker. Yeah.
yeah. No, I think I want to do that too. How did you get into like all this nerd stuff? Like I really want to guess that like this would have been your life, but like it's so dope that it is.
I was into it even before I was in the industry. I think the reason why I'm so prevalent on speaking about it so much is because I didn't really see a lot of like porn stars talking about it.
Yeah.
And I knew when I came into the industry, I wanted to be like kind of like a voice for it almost. Not saying there was like some
Not,
before,
not
but
that I know of, honestly.
yeah, there was like nobody. If anything, a lot of them are into it, but they don't like talking about it. And I
Mm.
was like, I don't have anyone to talk about it with. So I remember early on in my career, I was like just talking about it, and people, that's it. It was like a snowball. Like people were like, we would watch. I would like every show that came out, we would be talking about it, tweeting about it, and then ended up becoming like just a part of my community. But I've always been like really nerdy and into video games and stuff like that. Like that's like my personality. It's like I can't fake it.
I love it. No, I mean that's it's just super cool. It's like I'm glad that we're like you're really helping break that stigma. It's like
Yeah, like they always make it seem like it's like a certain type of person,
yeah,
but it's oh my God, no, there's like a lot of people that are into it that are not your typical nerds.
yeah. No, I love it. Like like I'm happy that it's becoming more and more like everyone's in it. Like it's less people like oh I don't do it. For me, I'm just like it's just like watching TV or whatever. But
Yep.
like it's dope that like you're out here like showing that is really cool. Like that there are a lot of cool things about it, the cosplay and like the characters and like all these aspects that you bring into like your real life. To like even naming your cats, the like
Yeah.
characters from the JoJo's.
It's honestly, anime is so much more better than regular television, and you can learn a lot. I've learned so many life lessons from watching shows, and I I feel like I've related to so many characters that I didn't realize it until I watched anime, and like I'm trying to think of one because I remember when I watched it, this main character, her story was like it's like an older anime, but I'm just thinking about it. That was like one of the first times I was like, wow, I actually relate to this character.
That's dope.
Yeah, I just wish I remembered the anime. It's that old.
Is it?
I've watched so many animes. It's kind of like a rom-com,
Mm,
but it's only like one season. It's like 12 episodes. It's
okay.
it's an older show. I gotta go through like my Crunchyroll account because I and look at my list
Yep.
because I always save after that's
Do you,
like
do you have a My Anime list?
I have one, but I'm not active on it anymore. But I
I
still
feel you.
it's somewhere on the internet. It's somewhere on
Yes.
the internet. But
Okay.
I've been using it, yeah. I used to
Yeah.
use it.
Honestly,
That's like
because it's hard to remember everything. There's so many different shows that are out.
I know. There's so many. But
I feel you.
that's like the good part about anime. There's something for everyone.
Yes, that's what I want more, or at least for more people to hear about. Like it always bums me out when someone's like, I couldn't get into anime. I'm like, so like watch any movies or TV shows or nothing. Like, it's like I can get if you don't watch media, but also I'm like, also I still have sort of a hard time. Like, oh, you don't watch anything in a sort of these days. Like, I think it's fine if that's what you are. And for me, I'm just also like, you don't watch nothing.
It's
But
I could see how it could be intimidating for people, especially because it's like, where do I start?
yes, that part.
But that's why
One Piece.
there's like I wouldn't even recommend that to somebody to watch with their first anime. I feel like gravitate like maybe just watch like one or two episodes and then watch
Yeah.
other shows
Yeah.
because it's a lot. They're not gonna be able to catch up unless they have like no job and they have
Yeah.
patience. Because you could
Yeah.
finish it in like 2 months if you really wanted to.
And I
I know
wouldn't
a lot
say
of
that.
people did.
Yeah, I say enjoy the ride rather than rushing any show. You know, like it's
I
all about
agree.
the ride. Yeah. And I agree with you. Like, I think anime is my favorite medium overall. You know, more than games, books, TV shows, whatever. You know, like I think
Hmm.
anime is like that perfect mixture. And also, like I think I credit it for like opening me up to the world. You know, like I didn't
Hmm.
realize that the world was so big until like I started watching anime. Um, and I didn't really feel confident until like I started watching anime.
Yeah, me too. And I feel like I gained a new sense of like I'm not alone
Me
because a
too.
lot of communities like I love the horror community as well, like I love horror movies, but I feel in anime because of the shonens and those main leaders that start from the bottom and then get to the top, like I feel like I can relate to those, especially the manga. I if you look into like the people who create these mangas and everything, their stories and how they started these animes and everything, it makes you feel like okay, I'm not alone in this world. As far as like these thoughts and
Yeah.
these and these characters too, it's very relatable.
Yeah.
And I could see why a lot of people look for those kind of shows to watch because it's like an escape from reality in a sense.
Yeah. I like that. And to me, I'm always in awe that these creators aren't like taking drugs whenever they make their shows. I'm like, you're doing this sober every week? That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy stuff. What's your favorite
They're
Oh, sorry, go
they
ahead.
have to be on something,
I'm
right?
saying I would think so, but just
These character designs and
creativity and
everything.
just I don't even know like how they can do these things. You know, like I'm reading. I mean, for sure, like One Piece. I'm reading like a ton of manga and like banging. And I'm just like, how are you thinking of this weekly for 27 plus years? How are you able to Gashi, right? Like who did Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter? How is he able to make these complex rules and stories? Um, I would love to like talk to these people one of these days and like get the real tea on all of that. But
And
then
like
again,
interview them and stuff.
yes, yes. But unfortunately, they're all so shy, and then
Yeah, they
the internet
are.
like hasn't made it any better because people harass people all the time.
Yeah, like the Attack on Titan creator. That just made me think of him.
Yeah, that was sad. Like I got to see him luckily a little bit like during anime NYC like 2 or 3 years ago, and he was saying like he didn't believe that he deserved like all this fame that he
Yeah.
got.
Yeah, that's a lot of creators.
And it was just like the humility of it. But at the same time, it's like I do want these guys to get their flowers while they're still here. Like
Yeah.
they deserve. It made me sad to realize, like how people die from the stress or like not get paid as they're supposed to. Like it's really wild.
Hmm. It's really unfortunate, especially when they get a successful show and they're not paid properly for it.
Yeah, that's wild. It's like you should be getting royalties on royalties.
Yeah. Like those are their characters.
Straight up.
I saw
It,
that the creator of Tokyo Ghoul wants to recreate the show
oh, I
because
would
the
love that.
manga's so different than the show
Yeah,
that he wants to follow the manga.
I would love like a remake of it, the Brotherhood treatment for it because
Oh yeah.
it it deserves it. Like because it was going out the same time as the manga was coming out, and then they made their own ending and their own show, and yeah, the
Hmm.
pacing of it was really bad.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I remember I caught on to it as the Tokyo Ghoul Re came out. That's when like I was like, okay, I need to watch this show.
yeah, but also it's just it's too complicated. like Tokyo Ghoul, then Tokyo
Yeah.
Ghoul Re, and then it's like, oh, you got to read Jack. And so I would love it if like if I think Ishida, yeah, like if they were able to redo it and just like make it more tight, I think that would be like the anime of everybody's list, everyone's tops list.
Yeah. I think so too. And it deserves it. I have his art books, and in the books he always explains like the character and how he wishes the story in the manga, I mean the story in the anime went, and
Ah,
yeah.
man, that's tough because also, yeah, they don't control how the anime will go. But
No.
I, yeah, I hope so. People would absolutely love this. I would love that actually. I when
Me
I was at
too.
Funimation, I had to like explain. I had to make some videos explaining what was happening in Tokyo Ghoul in the manga versus the anime, yeah, because people were so confused.
It can be confusing. That's why I always recommend that specific series for people to read it instead of just watch it, just because I don't want people to like have a bad taste in their mouth
Yep.
because it's confusing.
Yep. I do remember something I did want to ask you too. Like I last episode podcast episode I had a horror mangaka and she told me what she was afraid of. Since you like horror yourself, what scares you? What's like the like a scary horror trope that like always gets you?
Anything paranormal.
Like ghosts?
Yeah, I don't like it. It scares me.
Like in real life too?
Not in real life. Like I try not to interact with it, but like in
Yeah.
those movies, they're like freaking realistic. They're
Well, do
like,
you have a favorite horror movie yourself?
yeah, I really love like slashers. That's like my favorite genre. Like
Okay,
I'm not real. There's like
that's
different
fun.
genres like thriller and paranormal, docs, but I like slasher because it's not real.
Yeah, hopefully.
And they're like fun characters. I mean, they could be based off um like certain incidents like Ed Gein with like Leatherface. That's like based on a true story.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And like The Conjuring, that's like based on a true story. So there's like some things, but I like slasher because it's like it comes from like a news like something from a news source, and then they kind of like make it dramatic and make it into a whole slasher and stuff. But I love Halloween. Like it's
Okay.
like the best
That's your favorite
series.
holiday?
Well, the Halloween movie,
That makes
like
sense. I
Michael
mean,
Myers,
yeah,
Michael
exactly
Myers.
right. The Myers, right?
Yeah.
That was like that's what really inspired the name, right?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. I really love Halloween for that. It's just because also too the lore of Michael Myers is really interesting.
Could you explain it? I guess I don't know because also I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big horror guy myself, but I am learning to appreciate it more and more, especially the more I hear about it.
Yeah, Michael Myers. So what made me a real fan was it was it H2O? I think it was H2O or Resurrection, one of those. But in the first scene, there's a guy that's in the mental hospital, right? And he's taught like he just is obsessed with like with serial killers. And this is what made me a huge fan of Michael Myers was instead of killing him, he actually gifted him his knife and then walked away and then left the mental hospital, and that gave me like a different sense of respect for Michael Myers. So that's why I really liked him because I was like, okay, he doesn't kill his fans.
Oh,
He just wants to
okay.
kill people that get in the way of ending the Myers legacy.
Ah, okay. So if you just let him do his thing, then it's cool. But if you're like, you gotta stop, and he's like,
But he's just, yeah, he's just a, he's not mentally all the way there. That's the problem. That,
I mean, I imagine, right? He's like
yeah,
immortal or something like that.
well, in part, what is it? It's different. It's funny. It's like parts, but in part, I think it's part four, which has nothing to do with the other ones. Part three has nothing to do with it, but part four just skips. And basically, it talks about there's different stories. This is why people like the Halloween trilogies because of the every story is different. But the
Wait,
fourth
how
one
many trilogies are
specifically,
there also? I
there's
didn't
so
even
many.
I didn't even
There's
know
like
like there's multiple trilogies.
there's a timeline. You gotta check it out. There's a Halloween timeline.
Okay.
But specifically in the fourth part, it kind of explains why he's immortal. Um, it's weird. It has something to do with like the D word. He works with the D. I don't like saying it out loud.
Okay, I was like, works with the D. I guess I'll figure it out later.
No, no, no. He works with like the devil. Catch
Oh,
that?
okay, gotcha. Okay,
He
cool.
works
Okay,
with him
gotcha. Okay,
in the
huh?
fourth movie, and it explains why he's immortal.
Oh, okay, like from hell, huh?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, I
exactly.
see. Okay.
And there's like sacrificing babies and
Oh boy. Also,
it's a pretty
I sort of dig that
yeah.
you have like a respect of like not saying that. Like I think that's good, you know? Like I think something I've sort of encountered a few times like ever since moving to LA is like I've seen or like people talk about like sacrificing their souls. I'm just like I don't think that's good.
No, I'm not religious, but um I definitely believe in God and Jesus. I grew up in a Catholic household. I definitely have had some situations where it brought me to like where it was like I believe in him and he's out there for sure.
Oh boy.
I've had some personal stuff happen where it's like wow, like he's really out there and he's really watching over me and protecting me.
That's good. I think that's good.
Hmm.
I think I think at least having like a mindset of like gratitude that's important. Like versus like
Exactly.
doing whatever you gotta do to make it, I guess, or whatever. I could
There
definitely go
is
into that a
people
lot
that
more.
actually do that though. I've met some people, some interesting people
Mm,
that have done some stuff, you know?
shit.
And I choose not to be a part of it.
That's good.
That's why I'm always at home or if I'm out like I'm with a bunch of people because I hear a lot of crazy stories and I don't go to like my parties are very wholesome.
I love your parties, honestly. Like
They're very fun. Like I try not to do, but I've been to parties where I'm like I gotta go at a certain time because some freaky stuff happens
yeah, I can imagine.
in LA.
I'm glad you say that because I there was like even like a party earlier this year that I was like I got the heebie-jeebies from it. You know, it's like I didn't feel like even walking into it, and I was like, you know, it's not. I don't think it's because of like the people there, but at the same time, I don't know. It just feels like the imagery and like what they're trying to do is like, you know, I don't know. I'm glad you say
It can
that.
get
Like,
dark. It can get dark.
yeah, I have felt that a few times out here, so that sort of makes me feel like I'm not alone in that mindset too. I've always appreciated like how wholesome you are, you know, like
I'm very wholesome. Like
yeah,
obviously that's I think a lot of people can get confused with
yeah, the industry
the industry
and
and
who
stuff.
you
Like
are as a
obviously
person,
there's
right?
good and bad in every industry, like of course. But I think my character and who I am is like everyone loves sex, you know. I just happen to be an entertainer in it, and I'm not as hardcore as like other people, but I'm just like you know like every other. I'm like a girl next door. That's like the best way to explain like my category.
I like that.
Girl next door.
I mean, you mean I like that, especially like knowing who you are. Like I definitely feel that.
Yeah, like it's like that girl you never guess would do it, and then you're like, oh wow, like she does that.
I dig that. I like that. And hey, also I've enjoyed your stuff, so but at the
I
same time,
appreciate it. You know that means like I know what I'm doing. You know
yeah, I would
that
say that. I would say that. You know, also I was like, is it weird to tell you that like you're good at what you do?
no, because if anything, like I always find it Like it's truly an honor because when it comes to that time when people want to like search up like what they want to watch, there's a lot of videos out there. You could watch anybody in the world. And then the fact that I was actually Pornhub actually just did the top like porn stars of the year,
Yeah.
and I was number 3 this year.
Wow.
Searched, number 3
Congratulations.
searched. Yeah, so
That's huge.
it means I'm doing something right.
I think so. It's like I feel lucky that I got to meet you in this aspect for sure.
hmm
Um, but at the same time, I'm glad that you also like take pride in what you do. Like you definitely like have like a cool personality. I think people need to like know. But also, I think it's cool like how you also have grown like your career, and then also like just the videos you put out. Like your podcast or the other people's podcasts, or just like the all the like the extra credit stuff you've been doing. I think like it. I think it's been a good mixture. Like whereas like you are a cool person that like I think more people should get to know.
I've tried to, not that I'm trying to ever normalize the industry in a sense, but I'm trying to normalize that we're just like normal people at the end of the day. Like we clock in, we clock out. There are some people who really live that lifestyle,
Like
and
all the time, huh?
yeah,
That sounds like it'd be tiring.
yeah, I know. But for me, it's like I've always wanted to be an actor. So, different kind of actor. I'm like a HBO full-time actor now.
Ooh.
Because you know, because you know how HBO shows are like pretty risque, you
Yeah,
know?
I might have seen a few. Yeah,
Yeah, HBO shows are pretty adult. So,
for
I
real.
like to say like I basically like that, but my character isn't like on camera isn't the same as like outside of that. Like I I I shapeshift into that.
I dig that.
It's not like you're not the same person when you're having sex versus like who you are right now. Like you're never going to be the same unless you're
Huh.
like freaky all the time. Then I don't know, then you're a sex addict. But
Yeah, I was like, maybe that's
but
not the best thing, huh? But
I mean,
as long as you're able to have like a good
I say
balance, I
there's
guess, right?
I was gonna say there's such thing as too much of everything,
Yeah, I think
and
I
I don't.
think that's really true.
Yeah, like the same with addictions. Like you can get addicted to working this job, really. And I hear stories where people, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you guys had sex after work. Like I go home after I shoot, and people will still fuck, and I'm like, I get it. You have a lot of adrenaline and stuff like that. But me personally, I'm like, I rather keep that frustration on camera because then it's
Yeah,
like people that's a performance. I look forward to working, and then I go home and I play my video games, watch my shows, and stuff like that. It's like a 9 to 5
I
almost.
think that's a good balance. Yeah, I
It's
I
a good
like that.
balance.
Yeah, I like that
I
a
also
lot.
want to preserve my body.
Yeah, I was like, that must be tough to just keep going, 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 and then also like hearing like what people have to do to keep going too. I was like, that can't be sustainable.
Yeah, like a lot of male performers will have to take Viagra or shoot some type of supplement or on their down parts to stay
Yeah,
hard for hours.
I that worries me, and I think I've started like seeing that like in society. Like people like, oh, take honey packs or take these pills. Yeah,
Yes.
gas station pills are getting normalized in a way. There's quite a few things that I'm worried that are getting normalized that shouldn't be in a way.
Erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, I feel like this could mess people up long term. Like,
Yeah, that's why it's important to have a healthy balance.
I like that. I like that. Like, no, you like what you have been saying is like it has been like, no, there's a time and place. There's a
Time and
balance.
place for everything, yeah.
Yes. And I think when people think like honestly like porn stars like, oh, you just whatever, like all the time go hard, and then I don't know, like I think that's sort of like a stigma of sorts, like where I imagine people like talk to you like all different types of weird ways like all the time, right?
People
Versus
have
like you as a person.
a misconception. You know what's funny? When I do like these type of podcasts, I feel like they get more in depth. But when I do like like porn ones.
Uh,
Obviously, they're like porn podcasts and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but they don't. It's always like the same questions, like
Mm,
how'd you get started, or what made you do it. It's like they want me to have like some kind of sad story, but it's like
mm.
no.
And I think like even like doing this podcast is like I didn't want to like do that. You know, it's like like even I was like, hey, if we don't even talk about your career, that's totally cool with me. Like I feel really happy that like we got to like geek out about JoJo's, and like cats.
Yeah, or just anime in general.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's like also because I have like my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel that
People can
people,
like learn about you more, right?
yeah, and people see that side more too. Like you could either see that side, like my Twitter side, or you could see the YouTube side. It's like choose your player.
Right. Hey, why not both? How's
That
also
or
all
both.
that going for you?
Good. I right now I'm getting ready to film I'm still filming like Christmas stuff right now
Oh,
and like New Year's. So like I just released like a Fortnite stream vlog on
okay.
my YouTube channel. So I showed people like my gamer side. And then I have some really cool stuff planned for my YouTube channel. Like this weekend I'm gonna go shopping for um I'm gonna be buying a bunch of toys for kids.
Oh, that's nice.
Kids and teens. So I'm gonna be filming that just to spread awareness and
I
show
like that.
people like a different side of me as well.
Yeah. Also, I like that. One thing I do want to say, like, I always feel a little bummed out when people are like, you shouldn't film yourself doing good things. And I'm also like, why? Like, I think we need to see more good things in the world, I think we need to be
Hmm.
reminded to go help people more often.
Yeah, honestly. But it's I've always done it, but this time I wanted to do something different. And a lot of people don't know about the Angel Tree. Um, Salvation Army does something with Walmart every year where a bunch of kids and teenagers make a wish list of things that they want for Christmas and then they put it on this Christmas tree. And you can choose whichever ones you want, as many as you want. You could get one or you could get like a couple. And I've been doing this now. It's like a tradition with my family where we go to Walmart and we buy a bunch of kids gifts. I never posted or anything, but a lot of people don't know about it. So that's why this time around I wanted to let people know about this so more people know. And even if it's just buying one wish listing, like you're making someone's Christmas.
I love that. I think that's beautiful. Like, yeah, I want us to showcase the good things that we do more often.
And people
Like,
are just glamorize the bad more than the good, really.
constantly, yeah, like, and we don't even think twice about that, like the fights or the drama. But when it comes to doing good things, is like, we got to be humble
It's all
about it.
for, I
Got
know, and it's like you could be humble about it, but also if you have a platform, why not use it, right?
exactly. Like I do want to say, like, I remember like when I started up doing like some volunteer work earlier this year, and you were like, how can I help with that? Like I was passing out water, and you actually hit me up and were like, I would like to get involved in doing things like that. And I think that's really beautiful. Like that's why I want to talk to you. I'm like, I think like you have always been like a cool person, and like I think that. I wish that was more of a thing that was like, oh, this is what a cool person is like.
Yeah, but I think it's just people see one side and then they want to only see that side and they
Mm.
don't want to respect me for it, which I get. But at the end of the day, I'm not really trying to gain respect from anyone that doesn't want to be respected by me anyway.
Ooh,
So,
that's a bar.
yeah.
That's a bar. That's a bar. I like that. Hey, I'm rooting for you. I'm
I don't want to
excited.
change anyone's perception.
Yeah.
If you want to, at the end of the day, only God can judge me.
Yep. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I love that. I gotta talk to you some more soon, but I really
Yeah.
appreciated this talk. Like this is always a pleasure to talk with you because it's like I think like one reason I want to do this podcast is like I like interviewing my friends who I think are doing cool things and I think are cool people. From all different types of life, walks of life, but it's like it's something that stays true throughout is like no, the people I talk to are cool and that's like my circle and I get to grow from people like you and I appreciate that.
Uh, I I also admire your like your hard workshops and your hardships, I mean, and like your work ethic, and you bring a lot of people together too. So I also really admire that
That means a ton.
about you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for talking with me today. You
Yeah.
were busy, but you make time. It means a ton. Definitely would like to talk to you some more soon. I'm gonna get you some
Yes.
manga. I'm gonna send you this manga. I've been talking about sending you manga forever, so I'm really gonna make it happen
Whenever
soon.
you get the chance, I know you're busy too. So
We're gonna make it happen soon.
yeah, we
But
got definitely got to hang out very soon.
I will love that. I'm in LA all Christmas time. My birthday is December 31st, and then I will be doing things. So I'll let you know.
Are you gonna do anything for your birthday?
Not on New Year's Eve, but I will figure out something I'm gonna do.
Okay, let me know. I'll definitely be there because I know you host like events, like small events too, right? Where
Yeah,
you bring
yeah.
everyone together. I
Try,
definitely
yeah.
gotta come to one.
I would love that. Like I want to do like a Christmas movie watching party soon.
A game
Um,
night.
yes, exactly. I got ideas, so I would love to have you join through. Yeah, you and Chris, and maybe the cats too. We'll see.
I know I
I'm
can.
I'm gonna figure out like how I'm gonna have my cat meet other cats. We're gonna see that.
It's
But she likes
so
people.
tough.
I know. It's all
It's
good.
so tough.
But anyways, thank you so much for your
We don't
time.
want that cat fight to happen.
I mean, low key. Okay, this sounds okay. I was like, let me not get canceled, but like, I just want to see like what will happen. Just be like, how bad will it get? And it's like, all right, maybe like, oh, maybe we had that fight and maybe we're cool now. I just don't know how she interacts with other cats yet, and I'm like, maybe the first thing that happens isn't going to be the worst thing, but maybe it can get better after just like a bad thing, or if we do it like a slow way. I don't know. Anyways. Let me not.
I was gonna say she's a stray, so maybe she might be more like a little bit more nervous
Yeah.
because the outside is way more dangerous than it is like in the inside.
Straight
So
up is just like, oh, stranger danger for real with cats because they out in the streets and they do things. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's talk some more soon. All right.
yes, I would love to.
Dope. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Peace.
Have a good night.